Let's go to our final caller with you, Alex. First-time caller. Hi there.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I am Velma, and I live 100 miles from Dallas. I was living in Dallas at the time, and I had my car parked behind that Texas Depository book building.
Yes, ma'am.
I saw the shooter came out, and he had a very high-powered rifle. It was no bolt action. And
let me ask you, please, because that rifle that they said Oswald used to kill Kennedy was apparently left upstairs. So you're saying you saw someone else come out with a high-powered rifle. Okay, tell me what happened then.
Okay, I'm sitting in my car, and there's a gray dove-colored old one-seated Plymouth car sitting there, and there's a man with a felt hat on with a wide band, and he had on a suit, and he had black hair and real heavy eyebrows, and he'd look at me kind of dirty. Well, about that time, a police car come and told this man to move, and he didn't move right away, and the police got out of his car, and I know later it was Tippett. And he told him, he said, I said move that car. Well, then this man that's in this old gray car, he went straight on around and went around this big building that was across the street from me. Tippett went the other way, so they must have met back there. Anyway, this man...
There were dozens of witnesses that saw a bunch.
Well, let me ask you this, Alex, because we're ready to hit the hour here. Did you say this to the Warren Commission, ma'am, or anybody else?
I haven't told anybody because I had 4 children I was having support then, and I didn't want to get shot. And I saw the man, and I could tell you how he's dressed.
All right, I want you to hold, ma'am, because I want to talk to you again. Alex, thank you, my friend. We'll see you on our full show.
George, thanks for having me on. Folks, go Google Terror Storm. Get it at Amazon.com. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, we're going to go back to her and then Brad Steiger. I want to finish up with her. We'll be back. And we're going to go to Brad Steiger in just a minute. But first, I'm holding over Velma from last hour. She's from Texas. She has this incredible story of how she witnessed another shooter, not Lee Harvey Oswald, coming out of the school book depository building as she parked her car behind it, coming out with a high-powered rifle. And I hope she's still there. Velma, you still with us?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you for holding. So what did the shooter look like when he came out?
Well, I'm sitting there, and the police had made this gray car move, and when he did, he went in a parking lot right across. But anyone coming out of the book building could not see that gray car then. So this man, I'm sitting looking in that direction, and all at once this man with like the Eisenhower jacket, the little short jacket and pants that matched, he comes running out holding this real high-powered rifle in his right hand with it pointing straight up in the air. And he was running so fast that he didn't realize that gray car was gone until he got almost to it. And then he turned real fast, turned to the left, and run toward that underpass. Well, about that time, Tippett, I know it was him because any other police would have told what he saw. Because he run... And, there was no street that went across toward that underpass from where we were, from the back of the building.
Right.
So Tippett just cut across that grass and went down that hill. And that's the last I saw of him. And then later, I heard that this man in this gray car was named Elrod.
Elrod?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that. Now, how old would you have said this gunman was at that time?
Oh, something in his 30s, I think.
In his 30s. Did he look military?
Well, he knew how to handle a gun, and that gun was so well kept. It just shined. The wood was so shiny.
So when he went running, he kept the rifle with him?
The rifle his hand was never moved. His hand was about up the height of his right shoulder.
And he just kept his rifle up there with him,
He kept the rifle, and all the time he's running.
Were other people there to witness him running out of the building?
No, I'm the only one, because I don't know if that man in the gray car saw him, but that gray car was later seen up there at the theater. So he was to pick that man up. And
right.
When he got lost over there in the parking lot, this man didn't see him. He didn't wait. I mean, he just ran as fast as he could. He's running so fast that the wind was catching his jacket and blowing it straight out behind.
And a police officer who you thought was Tippett was chasing him?
Yes, sir. Tippett he was suspicious, I guess, in that car. I don't know why he never noticed me or bothered me, but he made that car go on. But then Tippett circled and got behind me up the street, so he was watching after he had made that gray car move.
After all these years, how come you're saying this now?
Well, I was supporting myself and 4 children, and I didn't want to get shot.
You were convinced they would have gotten you, huh?
They would have, because nobody else saw it but me.
What about now? I mean, are you willing to go on hold here and give our producer your phone number, or do you prefer not? You will do this now.
Yeah, I had a man from overseas even contact me, and he wanted...
Who was he?
I can't think of his name. He was some big shot overseas, and he wanted Jim Mars to get in touch with me, and I don't have a computer. Some way, this man overseas got in touch with my daughter on the computer.
Velma, how old are you now?
I'm 85. I was 42 then.
You're 42. And you are convinced that person running out of the building was not the Lee Harvey Oswald that we all know about?
I don't think so. He was about the size of him, but from what I know, it was a different gun.
Well, and again, the fact that someone was coming out of the building with a rifle, that is unusual, because the rifle they said Lee Harvey Oswald used was up there on the school book depository floor.
They found the gun in the building.
Yes, they did.
Lee Oswald's gun was found in the building, but this is a different man and a different gun. I'm convinced. I was then. You
do know that you could have changed the course of this investigation had you come forward.
Well, I still say I didn't want to get shot. Look at how many people got killed.
But what about now? What about now? I mean, are you concerned about yourself?
No, I'm 85 now. If they shoot me, they...
So you want the truth out?
I want the truth out, because I get tired of hearing that Lee Oswald was the only shooter and he shot. This man was a professional.
Would you submit to a lie detector test if one were given to you?
Well, certainly. I don't have any reason not to, because what I'm telling you is what I saw.
All right, Velma. We're going to put you on hold. Danny, put her on hold. Tommy, get the information, and we're going to follow up with this. And we'll get Jim Mars in touch with you as well, and we'll jointly start working on this, Velma, because you may very well have some of the biggest information of the entire John F. Kennedy assassination. When we come right back, Brad Steiger, our guest on Coast to Coast AM.